Hello, welcome. This is Blockchain Bloom, the blockchain educator. I'm Matt Pink, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about that the total number of Bitcoin addresses ever created hits 1 billion milestone. The second thing I would like to talk about is the future supply of Bitcoin, how it's going down by halvings, and you can see that actually in 10 years time, after miners mine a block, they will receive less than 1 Bitcoin, which means less than 1 Bitcoin is getting into the system, and this is in 10 years time. The third thing I would like to talk about is Chinese banks. They have stopped withdrawals to their customers back in April. So now was mass bank protest, and now the banks has promised to pay something back, but the situation is a bit tricky. And the fourth news is all about that Shanghai plans to cultivate a 52 billion Metaverse industry by 2025. So pretty soon. Guys, all this in today's video. And don't forget, if you would like to stay up to date, simply subscribe to this YouTube channel Blockchain Bloom, because I'm bringing you the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news. Hit the like button if you like this kind of content, and check out the links under this video because there are many useful ones. Okay, it's time to have a quick look over the market, where we can see that the Bitcoin is at 19,510 US dollar, which is about a 2% decrease in the last 24 hours, while Ethereum is about 1,058 US dollar, going down a bit more, 2.5% in the last 24 hours. When we're looking at the top 100 gainers, Serum is going up 4%, Convex Finance not big numbers at all. When we're looking at the losers, okay, let's ignore the first one here, but then we have TREZOR 8% down, Chili's 8% about, and Loopring 7.5%, Polygon, all these. So a bit more going rather down than up, but it's not catastrophic right now. Very important thing, what are we waiting for right now? Today we will see the inflation rate. The CPI numbers are coming out, and this is very important. We're waiting for it like every month, because we can see how the Fed can fight with the interest rate hikes, the inflation, and is it now higher or is it lower? They expecting it to having higher. So the last time, the May one, which came out in June, was 8.6. Now they're saying it could be like 8.8, but we'll see. It will be higher, lower, we will see. We have other two very important dates. When the Fed will announce on the 26th, 27th meeting, after that, the interest rate hike. And also on the 28th of July, we will find out, are we in a recession? Is the second quarter GDP also in minus, just like the first one? Because then two quarters after each other with minus GDP makes a recession. So very important dates. These are in July. And when we're looking at the candlestick chart, we can see the Bitcoin is as I said here, it's still going down. Now it's find this point somewhere here, as you can see, around 19,000 something. It turned back many times, but if the numbers will be bad, it's coming soon today, it can definitely change the market. So we can see today some volatility. We will see. Okay, and now let's move on to the first topic. And the first topic is basically all about that we have hit a milestone, because we hit 1 billion Bitcoin addresses. But basically, what does it mean? So it was in the news that we hit the total number of Bitcoin addresses are above right now 1 billion. It just happened a couple of days ago, according to Glassnode. As you can see it here, this is here the 1 billion milestone. But it's very important to point out, it doesn't mean that there are 1 billion Bitcoin users, not at all. it's way much less, because a single Bitcoin user, even if it's just in the space for a couple of months, can have multiple Bitcoin addresses. Every single time when you're making a Bitcoin transaction, you create a new Bitcoin address. So this has nothing to do with the Bitcoin users. However, when we're looking at this here, this chart, it shows clearly that actually the numbers are going up. Even this is just like we're looking at here recently, but when you're looking at since 2015, there's a significant increase in the numbers. And this is also important because it means Bitcoin is used by more and more or people, or at least people who are in the Bitcoin having Bitcoin are actually using it, sending it, and all these kind of things. So it's important data, but we shouldn't be confused with the fact that it has nothing to do with the number of Bitcoin users. So it's not like obvious 1 billion. It could be one day, who knows, but at the moment it's nothing like that, but it still shows some definitely increase. Okay, the next thing I would like to talk about is talking about Bitcoin. Let's talk about the future supply, because this is also very important. So when we're looking at the future supply, look, this is important data, because by December last year, the 90% of the supply was out. We don't have to wait too long, just roughly speaking 3 years, and the 95% of the Bitcoin supply will be out. We do know that 21 million coins will be the limit, and it will be mined by the year 2140, roughly speaking. And by 2035, which is what, like 13 years time, the 99% of the supply will be out. And by 47, 99.9. And the last full Bitcoin at 2104, and all coins will be like 38 or 40, like depends, something like that. But let's show you the halvings here. Back in 2012 at the first halving, the block rewards came down from 50 Bitcoin, which was because of the protocol, 10 minutes in average a Bitcoin block is mined, and the reward was at the beginning 50, then 25, then 25.5. Now we are at 6.25. But look, from here, because of the halvings, which means the rewards will be down 50% every single time, we can see that in 10 years time, literally it will be 0.78 Bitcoin, which is less than 1 Bitcoin per 10 minutes getting into the system. So right now we have 900 Bitcoin getting into the system in a day. In the next halving, 450, and then half and half and half of that. And just a couple of halvings later, look how much less Bitcoin can enter into the system. And when we can see this, we can see that the scarcity to having Bitcoin, it's growing, because then you can see that I'm going to miss this opportunity. So you can see how early we are now and what kind of importance it has, this kind of low price, what we're witnessing. For many people, this time, what we're witnessing right now in the next couple of months, or whatever, how long this bad time, bear market kind of thing will continue, gives the opportunity to maybe accumulate one single Bitcoin, which can be worth a lot in the future. Not financial advice, this is obviously theory, but when we're looking at all these facts, that it will be less and less Bitcoin entering the system, then there are like 2.4 million Bitcoin on all exchanges. So, and this number is significantly going down and down and down over the time. So maybe in 10 years time, it's just simply not that easy to just, go on Binance or Coinbase or whatever and get your Bitcoin if you would like to. Not a single one, Satoshi, whatever. So it's important to keep it in mind. when you're looking at all the inflation, how the US dollar and every country's currency is inflating, when you see centralized protocol problem, when you can see the central bank protocols, the government, all these things, how they control your financial situation, it's maybe worth to think about, to maybe have something on the side. I would never ever go like all in crypto or something like that. That would be, I think it's stupid, because again, keeping all the eggs in one basket is not the cleverest. And what I'm saying here on this channel is not financially wise. I'm just showing you the facts, and then you make your math and do your homework. Okay, the next topic I would like to talk about is about this centralized issue problem, because in China, there are a couple of banks, they hold the withdrawal basically since April, so the customers cannot get their money, and now they made a mass bank protest, and now they say that okay, they're going to repay it, start to repay it on Friday. So let's talk about it. Okay, so, well, problems with centralized things, and this is that they have the control, like a bank, and they can tell anytime to the customers that, look, we have this and this and this issue, whatever, sorry, we stop withdrawals. And this happened in China as well. It was back in April, basically, when a couple of banks, I have the list here of the banks, let's not read it out loud because it's just not important, but they basically holding back withdrawals. And now there was a big protest, which actually got violent at the end. And now, because of this, they said that on Friday, they will start to do the withdrawals, and the 4 banks that were the focus of the protest are believed to have frozen total of $5.8 billion of deposit. And they're saying that the advance payment will be released to customers within the combined amount of less than 50,000 yuan savings on one institution. So again, starting with the small, so not everybody gets the money straight away. And when you're having Bitcoin, this can be, never the issue. But when you keep it in the bank, whatever happens, it depends on the bank. You get your money, you cannot get your money, and you cannot finance your life, you cannot finance your company, and so on and so forth. So it's very, very risky, and this is another thing why I think Bitcoin could be important in the future. Okay. And the full thing I would like to talk about is all about Metaverse industry and Shanghai, because they plan to cultivate 52 billion US dollar into Metaverse industry by the year 2025. I think we're still in a very, very early stage when it comes to the Metaverse industry, which could be huge. Well, we do know the future. We don't know the future, but the way we're going, we can see that, and definitely major companies invest tons of money and development into Metaverses. And look, now we have Shanghai. So the Shanghai city government has announced that basically they outlined its strategy to cultivate the Metaverse industry worth 52 billion US dollar by the year end of 2025. And this is pretty soon. And look, this is a huge amount of money. And now we don't have just simply, JP Morgan having a lunch in Decentraland, or simply Nike, Adidas, Gucci, you name it, entering into several different kind of metaverses. But now we have here Shanghai city government announcing that and talking about 52 billion US dollar. So this is why I think in the future metaverses can be big. And you shouldn't forget about Facebook, who has changed its name to Meta and investing tons of money again into metaverses. So we will see what will happen to this, but it's worth to keep an eye on it. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Don't forget to watch the announcement of the CPI data today, because it will be out and then it can change, make some moves on the market. Depends on the result. And I'm back on Friday with the freshest, so why I'm here on my holiday in July in Greece. I bring you the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, because I have a very slow internet connection here. So to upload the video takes like, even this video here takes like 4 hours. And I do my Hungarian video as well, so 2 videos is like 8 hours uploading. So I cannot do it like so frequently here, but I try to do my best. Okay, I wish you an amazing day. Have a good one. Bye bye.